This is the rapid fire 6-figure signpost blueprint. This is how you launch it, scale it, and it is going to be able to get you out of your 9 to 5, gain you passive income without any construction skills or a real estate license, real estate experience. Let's get into it. First things first, I've generated over 10K a month with this signpost business. I work with notable brokerages, Remax, and Coldwell Banker. And you're probably wondering, this guy made over 10K a month putting signposts in the ground for realtors? Yes, I did. It's pretty sweet. All right, and how did I do it? So I'll give you guys a real example here. Seattle, for example, right? They have over 8,000 residential listings in the year of 2025, and say you charge $60 per install. That is the very base amount that I recommend anyone charges. I have students in my program that are charging $70 to $80 per install. $60 is the minimum. And then say you look at Seattle, for example, and you take 40% of their market share, 3,200. Times the 60 by 3,200, $192,000 gross from this business. And that is only with 40% of the market share. You're not taking into account the billboards or the topper changes or any of the other upcharges that come alongside with this business. This is directly just the residential listings. It's such a niche, untapped market, and there's so much money to be made, but it just gets overlooked because it's just putting wood posts in the ground. But it's mind-boggling to me that there's so much money in this business model, and no one really knows about it. So some other kind of maybe programs or businesses out there that I would steer clear from: Airbnb, drop shipping, and window washing. The Airbnb and drop shipping, like any other online course, right, or program or whatever it is, there's no asset at the end of the day, right? You're putting all this money into it, and then you might be getting a huge monthly return. You might be able to make 10, 15K from Airbnb, something like that, but you have no asset at the end of the day, right? You are the asset. So if you leave, there's no money being generated, right? This whole signpost business model is so you can be a business owner and you can actually strategize and figure out how to make more money with your signpost business, not be stuck to your laptop. Oh, remote sales. Oh, remote Airbnb. Now, let's be business owners. Let's make generational wealth and not just get rich. And then the window washing. You're building an asset, but it is such high overhead. And you look at the business, such high overhead, machine breaks, you're hooped, right? These signposts, they're cheap, low overhead, but you get the monthly return from the realtors. Not only are they reoccurring clients, as long as you keep them happy and deliver, but you don't have to build a signpost after you build it once, right? You build such an abundance of signposts at the start that once you start getting those removals, start putting those signposts out, get them back in, now your only overhead is gas. So it's a win-win all around. The blueprint really comes down to 4 essential pillars. We got the building, nurturing, outreach, and automate. So with building, you got the miter saw, 4x4 wood, and then the toppers and lights. All those are the accessories at the bottom, the wood at the top. You want to use exterior paint as well. Just making sure you have that luxury, nice look to your signposts when you're building them. Nurturing. So I like to nurture my leads. A lot of people love just cold calling raw and getting rejected a lot. I nurture my leads on Instagram. I have a different business page than this one. If you're watching this, you probably don't even know what my business page is, but I have a different one that I nurture leads on, comment on their videos, and then when I call them, they're already familiar with me, right? Because they've seen my content, they've seen my comments, and then the cold call gets that trust barrier gone. It's a great way to start way to getting them hot, right? So the outreach as well too. There's a lot of leads on Instagram, but you got for sale signs littered across our city. So you can literally take a pen and paper, take pictures of the signs, Realtor.com as well. Realtor.com is just literally has a list full of realtors with their phone numbers and their emails. And then Instagram, right? It's all over. Everyone uses Instagram. You are falling behind if you're not using Instagram. And I understand if you might not be good in front of the camera. And I'm not asking you to speak to an audience, but it's like, just utilize it. Something like take pictures of your signpost, post that on Instagram, and then nurture these clients. You don't have to be some big influencer to nurture these leads for your signpost business. For automations is huge, right? Everyone starts a business and then they just get stuck in their business, right? They're working 12, 14-hour days, and they might be happy because they're making 6K a month, but they're the ones doing all the work, right? So automation is basically delegating, right? How do you delegate? Systems. So you put these systems into tact. I never used Jobber or Go High Level with my signpost business. I partnered with a software developer. He created this app for me, but if I did not have that created, I would have used Jobber or Go High Level. You need to have some sort of systemization in your business. So you see down there, you can add in your employees, and then there you go. You get to be Mr. Happy on the laptop. That is exactly how you scale a signpost business. That was the blueprint right there. If you have any questions, just reach out to me and I will answer personally. There's no one else on Instagram to get help from with this signpost business model. I'm the only person that makes content out there. So please do not feel shy to ask me questions.